Well, I got quite a bit more traffic than I thought I would have at Queenston Lewiston. We went to a restaurant and it took us to this. I hate because we have Nexus cards, except at Queenston Lewiston there's no Nexus line. So you're just left here in traffic. Anyway.
I think the last time that you and I went here we were in traffic for over an hour.
Oh, it's brutal. Unless you're driving a truck and trailer over here, this is a brutal crossing. Anyway, let's go through the 2-year-olds. AC/DC will be out in the field for another 3-4 weeks probably, and we'll bring him back in. Aunt Sarah will remain out in the field for at least 6 weeks, maybe 8. A couple of these horses that I want to see them mature a little bit, they went out in the field for a reason. They weren't tired. They weren't, it isn't a long season. They went out to mature and grow up. So they'll probably get a good 8 weeks out in the field. And that's what we're going to do with Aunt Sarah. Bianco Spiaggio will be coming back over to Ohio. I'm sure the owner would like to have him back here and turn him out here. Blue Rare, I just watched Blue Rare race. I'm not really sure where Austin was going. 29-1, 59 flat, 127-4. He's beaten 58-1. This is a filly's second start, first start since a procedure in her throat. I don't really know why that was necessary, but she's a fast trotter. I guess she got away on him a little bit. If I was to stick up for him, that's what I would say, I guess. Capistrano Nights, Amy trained on Friday morning. She trained pretty good. I was happy with her. She'll be ready to go in about 3 weeks, I believe. Captain Doolittle. There's going to be a penciled-in list of horses that are likely leaving the stable. Captain Doolittle is on that list right now. Just needs to do more. Now, the sale is on Monday, so we may race him once more. But Captain Doolittle said there's probably 3 horses penciled on a list, and this is one of them. Cherry's Girl was fantastic the other day. Even more impressive when we scoped her and found there was a little bit of blood there. A mile 56-3. She raced really, really well. I was very impressed with Cherry's Girl, and she has been one of those breath of fresh air type horses for this summer. Degas, flip-flops off. She is racing on Wednesday. I'm going to drive her Wednesday at the Red Mile, Diosa della Danza. Take that wire snake cord off her. I think she can actually race without one now. I think she understands her job. She was very polite the other day, but did not like that cord in her mouth. First start on Lazek, second start coming up this coming week or whenever Jason puts her in to go. Don't Ask Again is in Wednesday. Dave Pallone is going to drive her. I'm a little torn. I couldn't be here to drive her, and I'm a little torn. She's not the type of horse you just pitch the lines at. You want to keep the bit in her mouth and keep her on a helmet. I did explain that to Dave. I'll text him again and just say, just keep her buried on a helmet and race her on the end of it. See how she races. I expect a better mile from our girl. Don't Ask Again. Dune has been tying up, apparently. We've got to the bottom of what the issue is. How we're going to treat it. Well, that's a Donnie issue. So Donnie will figure that out. He'll be working on Dune over the next week or 2 to get that squared away. Why am I just now on Diosa della Donna? Oh, yeah. Emerald Tom. Emerald Tom, we drew the blood on all the horses that raced poorly on Wednesday. Emerald Tom, high GGT. So we're working to get that liver count down. He actually wasn't horrible. Could have been a little better, and I think the GGT is a good place to start. Go Strong Hanover. He just has to be better. Has to be better than he was the other day. So give him the benefit of the doubt. He'll race next week more than likely. Had to know out in the field. He's just a gigantic animal. We turned him out for 8 weeks. We'll bring him back in about 6-7 weeks. Highest Honors was quietly and sneakily very good last night. 3 wide down the backstretch, 3 wide around the last turn, and ended up a very good 5th. I thought the horse raced very, very well. In New York, he's originally, I forgot all about it. So he has to go to Dr. Brown's on Monday and get castrated, only because, 1, he doesn't need them, and 2, it's easier to turn him out with other horses, right? Can't do that if he's a stud. So we're going to castrate him and turn him out for a good 6-8 weeks. Jailbird jogs in on Wednesday. 8-hole in a 12-horse field. A 12-horse field. Okay, see how that goes. Jolene Hall drew the rail in a smaller field in the 30,000 division. I thought I just think the world of this filly, and I can't wait to race her. Judy's Money, 2 for 2. She's undefeated. 2 wins in the qualifiers, 2 wins in her racing career. I never would have guessed that, right? That wouldn't have been on my bingo card. I just think this is a very good filly and another one of those breath of fresh air type horses. Leland Hanover, I love Leland Hanover, but I'm drawing a blank here. He may need to go out for a little bit. Why are we going to continue to race him? He's a stake horse? Not really, right? Not a sire stake horse, not quite a Stallion Series horse. That makes him an overnight horse, which why don't we turn him out, bring him back, and be the best overnight horse he can this fall. He reminds me a lot of time is on my side. Why don't we just follow the same exact blueprint we had with him? Lifting Legend, he's a little bit better than the Captain Doolittles and the Go Strong Hanover's. 2 minutes or 59, but he's in contention. He is competitive. So I'd like to see him get better and stay competitive at the same time. Love Sensation out in the field. The big Walner filly, we'll leave her out for another 6 weeks. We'll bring her back in. Megan's Lucky Day was great last week. Millie Girl's sick. I'm going to bring Millie Girl back to Ohio. We'll race her in the maiden over there a couple of times, then turn her out in the field. My name's Wayne. You can't ask her to be any tougher than she is. Again, just this is why we love the game so much, is that you just never know, right? This was a dark horse type filly. Expectations were quite low, and for her to go out and race the way she did today was amazing. 53 and a piece. What's wrong, honey?
The Escalade that we were behind is all the way back there.
I know. I've been there a million times. Neuromancer out in the field with this guy. I told you, if he isn't mentally ready, then we can't race him. He's been in 2-2, 2-3. He's ready to race, but mentally he's not. So turn him out, let him grow up. Perfection Hanover on that pencil list. I know his line looks good. I know there's going to be people say, Anthony, his line looks better than Leland. You're protecting Leland. Why? Because I set behind both of them. That's why. I think Perfection Hanover's a nice horse. He doesn't have the depth just yet that I see from some of the other horses. He's one of those horses that also could find his way onto the pencil list. Perfect Thought, certainly not. She was very, very strong on Friday. Really like this filly. We've all loved this filly. She's always been at the top of the list and continues to be for us. Pretty Eyes and Lies, 8-hole. Dave Palone's going to drive her on Wednesday. I don't know what to think. Hopeful, optimistic. Hopeful on her race on Wednesday. Rico Tubbs, the vet thought his back ankles were bothering him. I don't know if I completely buy into that, but I'm going to have to. We'll see how he races. We'll see how he races after we get him squared away in his next start. Riding the Rodeo, just watched her tonight. She raced good, second in 56. I thought she raced well. Rose Run Bobby out in the field, going to give her some time off. Again, this is no secret. The mental growth this filly needs is obvious, but it'll come. Royal Duchess, getting ready to race. She was a little odd. She had a little bit of break at the start. Now she's coming forward. Probably have her at a fair to start with in a couple of weeks. Like what I see from Royal Duchess. Royal Flush Dio's out in the field. He'll remain out in the field for another 5 weeks, 6 weeks. Simply Chaotic, same type of thing. Might even give this guy 8. Right? I know I counseled 6 last year, but when we're talking about horses maturing, we're just giving them time off at the end of the season. That's one thing. But if we're going to let them mature and grow up and fill out, then that's a different scenario. So we'll give him a little bit more time. Solidarity's in on Sunday. I want to talk to Scotty in a bit about Solidarity. Steady Volo, pick to win, him and Hanger One. I got them in the Wildcat on Monday. Steady Volo should be a lot of fun. I can't wait to race that guy. Steph's Hope raced good the other day, finished second. I thought she raced well. Sterling Hanover starts back jogging. Gets a green light from the vet. I think that'll be this week, and then we'll start jogging him. Supermind, found out what was wrong with him, a high weight count. So he was sick the other day. We'll get him squared away and back in his next start. Sweet Lake was good today. Good today. She needs to be better, but she was good today. She was also off 2 weeks coming into today's race. Tomboy Strong, I think, will be fine her next start. We know exactly what took place. She's chewing at those jacks. We're going to square her away for her next start. Uncle Danny, thank God we found something with this guy. High AST. He had tied up over the last week. I never would have guessed that. But that's why we drew the blood. So Uncle Danny will be back in. This won't be hard to fix. We'll get it fixed right away. Woodmere Bullet is in Summerside, I believe, on Sunday or Monday. We'll see how he races this week. Need a lot of maturity from this guy also. And then Xena Kemp, 3-1, I believe, picked to win with Dexter Dunn on Wednesday. I'll be excited to watch all those horses go. I'm driving 2. Dexter is driving Xena, and Tim Tetrick is driving Jailbird Jog from Post 8 in that 12-horse field. So there you have it. Your opening done. 2-year-olds, 3-year-olds, racehorses, all done. Maybe do a little video with you with Amy tomorrow. It's been a long day. I'm a little beat up, a little sore, but it could always be worse. Take care.